Hello friends, we're back tonight for another night of War Within early access leveling. I have 3 out of 6 tanks to 80. We got the Death Knight done earlier today, off stream unfortunately, but here we are tonight to level the Druid. We are giving some guildies a chance to respond, and then we're going to hop right into dungeons. I'll be playing some Feral Druid tonight. The rarely seen cats of Warcraft. Leveling with, at least for the start, we're leveling with the other tank in our guild. And so I'm gonna let him tank, and I get to do some clawing and biting. Hope you all are having a good evening so far. We're just gonna go ahead and queue up here. No one has responded after about a minute, so gotta get that experience in. Uh-oh. So yeah, so far we have Warrior, Demon Hunter, and Death Knight at level 80. Which means we now have a 15% experience bonus on the Druid. And then when we finish up the Druid and go to the Monk, probably tomorrow, Monk will have a 20% buff. Which is a really, really cool feature that they've added to warbands. So everybody buckle up and come by to hang out. Thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate each and every one of you. We're level 72 right now, so should be pretty straightforward to get to level 80 on the Druid tonight. Dungeons are super fast, and with every little 5% buff that we get, we need less and less of them to level up. I've always liked Feral Druid to some degree. I feel like it's never good, but I always have an enjoyable time playing it. Kind of wondering what the speed would look like on leveling a character entirely through delves. I don't know if we want to do that to ourselves, but might be an interesting experiment. I did one earlier and it gave like a decent amount of experience. Oh, here we go. Big AoE. I mean, dungeons are so fast. I have a hard time imagining anything other than dungeons being faster than this, especially when you get a good group that has like several people closer to level 70, which feels very strange that that's the way to do it, but
Watch your step. Enrage.
oh. That got whispered in my ear pretty loud. Hey, how's it going, Higgums? Yeah, I'm leveling with our other guild tank. He's playing as monk right now, and I'm way more comfortable with Feral than he is with Windwalker. So, but, you know, we'll be doing our best to like pull stuff in and take some damage. I have been known to DPS from time to time. No promises on how well I'm going to do at it, but you know, we'll give it the old college try. Yeah, dungeon spamming seems to be the way to level your alts right now, so I'm going to run with the guildies who are also leveling a bunch of alts. Absolutely fair. I ended up leveling my druid today as well. Guardian feels solid. Blood feels amazing though. Yeah. I leveled my my DK earlier today. Blood feels so good.
Watch your step.
Guardian felt pretty good on the beta too. Hey, how's it going, Crow Dog? Hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Coming by to hang out. We are on tank number 4 now. Even though we're not playing tank at the moment, but probably will be tonight at some point. Our other tank has 3 levels left, and I've got 6 levels left, so, you know, just doing the math on that. Takes legit 0 damage, like 77, which is nice. And beyond that, the limiter seems to be party damage rather than my own damage intake. Yeah. Yeah, on my DK, I was, even at 79, I was just pulling all the way to the boss in every dungeon that I did. And just AoEing everything down. Demon Hunter felt pretty squishy trying to do that. But DK, like, I didn't even have to send a defensive half the time. Pulling, like, you know, 70 mobs on top of the boss. This dungeon in particular. Yeah, the Consecrate does hurt in here. That's for sure. I think the dungeons from 79 to 80 on my DK were like Rookery, Arakara, Rookery. And then the last boss on that second Rookery was the fight that dinged me.
Watch your step.
DK feels super sturdy, a lot of spiking than one of these two, which is interesting. Yeah, they did a really good job of smoothing out the damage intake on DK. Which, like, has the potential to just make it absolutely invincible. Because, like, if you're not getting one-shot, it almost doesn't matter how much damage you take. You can just heal it right back with Death Strike. Yeah, it feels real good. I'm having some fun with Feral here too. See if we can bait someone into running over. Oh, I don't. He got yeeted into the ocean. That was funny. Where is my Swap Blaster? See, this tells you how long it's been since I played Feral. I don't have the Swap Blaster bound. DK hasn't been meta in a minute, so I say let him run. Yeah. I mean, it was meta for the last 2 seasons of Shadowlands. So. Oh, you're right. I swapped my keybind on it a long time ago. Yeah, my keybinds look kind of funky because I have an MMO mouse. But I have Swap Blaster on Alt 0 on most of my characters. Love this dungeon so yeah, this dungeon's pretty fast. I mean they're all like pretty fast. Yeah, this one is nice. Although this is the one that I got killed by a bug in twice last night. We'll see if it happens again here. Basically, like, when we took the birds over, when mine landed, 2 times out of however many we did it, I went to, like, a black screen, and then when I loaded back in, my character was dead. I really don't know what happened there. How's it going, Scorpions? I'm still deciding between DK and Warrior for my tank. That's a tough choice. It was hard for me once I narrowed it down to those two, so... I understand I understand the trouble in choosing. They're both really, really good and both really, really fun right now too. Ooh, nice. The old mid-boss fight level up. Alright, I'm running Wild Stalker because I think this is what we're supposed to run, but I have no idea what order I'm supposed to go in, or... It seemed like it was a very, very passive tree. But, I mean, the other one is kind of passive for Feral also. Druid of the Claw. Just like sometimes your bites are really strong. I guess it would change, like, you probably... Well, I don't know. Because you're just gonna end up using Primal Wrath like every other finisher in AoE anyway, I think. I think I think my buddy the Monk Franken here was trying to do the like the roll and then dash when you're near the bottom to prevent fall damage, and he like mistimed it. Oh, you forgot to click the how's it going, Franken? Gotta hit the old troll ready check when stuff like that happens. Okay, I think these giant thorns that are appearing on stuff is the Wild Stalker talent. I have no idea how much of my damage it's actually doing. Like 6%, but then like there's other stuff in the tree, of course. Hey, how's it going, London? Have I been doing any of the non-leveling dungeons? I have not yet. I've only been doing leveling stuff. I have done the world quests on my warrior. I did like a full clear on my warrior, and then on my Death Knight I did the world quest that had gear to offer. So trying to make sure we keep those cleared. Got a little drip of reputation. Yeah, I haven't done any non-leveling dungeons yet. Other than like finishing dungeons on the characters as I hit 80, like mid-pull. But I don't think that's really what you're asking. Oh, this part right here. I got a full pug. I got all 4 of them with Path to Frost when I was leveling my DK here. They were very upset. Where the leveling dungeons are the better ones, are better than the other ones. Dawnbreaker's really bugging. I really don't like it. Yeah, so with the caveat that I did not play any specs that were affected by like the bugs on the ship in Dawnbreaker, it kind of grew on me over the course of beta as I ran it more and more. Like figuring out the pathing and everything through there is definitely a headache and a learning curve. But I thought the boss fights were interesting. And the setting is kind of cool. But yeah, I could imagine if you're like playing an arcane mage and your orb just drops through the floor, or like you're playing an evoker and you try to rescue someone and you both fall to your deaths, like I could see that being frustrating. I don't know what all the different bugs in there were. It seemed like it was in an okay state, at least in Mythic Plus, by the end of testing. I mean, I guess technically testing's not over yet. We're just we're playing the live game. But yeah, that one was more of an acquired taste for me. Getting the whole team to follow me to the right mini boss in the town is basically me soloing half the time. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I think on the beta everyone kind of like settled on doing the church mini boss first, and then the one that's on like the farm, and then the town square. At least that's what I was doing. That's what it seemed like other streamers were doing. So. See if our healer sticks around here. Nope. There are bugs of the boss where at 50% she blows up. People are getting dismounted on the ship and dying. Oh no. I did not see that happen at all in beta. That's a new one. Maybe it was happening like early in the beta cycle, but that's unfortunate. Welcome everyone who's stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate all of you. Hope everyone's having a good night so far. Or good morning, depending on what area of our globe you live on.
So here we are.
We're about halfway through level 73 on the Druid now.
He's away from the Hall of Awakening into the Stone Vault. He's probably running like a frightened mouse. We sneaking, cowering, timorous beastie.
Oh, we let the fear get off. Ultimately, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I hope everyone out there's having a good day, good weekend.
Is that Golem fused with something else? Titanic earthing technology enhanced with magical augments. Brilliant.
Oh, we got PI. Let's go, baby.
Watch your step. Laser on you. Run. Watch your step.
We got a pole arm. Still not even close to being an upgrade. Oh, I don't have Jarun bound on my
Either one of these console.
Don't really know what I should put it with. Maybe just put it with Tiger's Fury. Kind of defeats the purpose of this weapon if you're not using the on-use. Here. Let's just put it on... Let's at least get it on our bars. No guarantee that I'll actually remember to use it, but... Here, we'll use it on this pole. Yep, yeah, that's worth using. It is absolutely worth using.
Target changed. Watch your step.
Look for a service tunnel nearby. You should be able to take a mine cart back to central processing.
Gobomo. How's it going? Thanks for chatting. Thanks for stopping by and making my stream part of your night. Working on Lore Master right now. Hopping in to have some nice background noise. How's Guardian so far? Guardian's super fun. I'm actually playing Feral right now. I'm leveling right now with our other raid tank, so one of us needs to do something other than tank, and I'm pretty comfortable with Feral, so letting him play some Brewmaster. He's quite a bit closer to 70 than I am. I'm about like right at halfway through 73 right now. He's into 78 at some point, so we'll get some tanking in at some point tonight. Should have some good good Moonbear talents by the time we get to it. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a good time with Lore Master. Getting those achievements done. That's the kind of stuff that's like really, really good value to do in early access.
In the stone vault. Fanatically loyal, no doubt.
Yeah, I came into it thinking like maybe like before the expansion launches I'll get 4 of my tanks leveled, and then I realized how fast it is to level alts, so it's like, you know what, maybe we'll see if we can get all of them leveled during early access, all 6 of them. The stacking experience bonus that you get on subsequent alts is like really, really nice for that too. Hello Fall Lore Master is time gated. Had to move on to Ashkahet. I'm always gonna be saying that wrong. I heard that. Yeah, one of my friends was telling me he like ran into a time gated quest or something in Hollow Fall. Stacking bonus XP is so cool. I have 26 70s ready to go. That's a lot of 70s. I had 1 of each class, and then I also had an extra rogue from Mop Remix. So I don't know if I'll level both of my rogues, but I will at some point have every class. But I typically don't do duplicates. You got 1 of each spec rather than 1 of each class. Nice. Yeah, I hear a lot of people do that. It's definitely easier to do in the modern game. And then you don't have that tension between like, okay, I want to open my vault, but I like playing healer and tank on this class. So what do I choose?
There he is. Look out. Beyond saving. This seems like poetic justice, but
I love doing these huge AoE pulls. That's probably the thing I'm going to miss most once we're out of all the leveling and into like doing slightly more challenging content. It's super fun when you can just like pull everything into the boss room and cleave it down.
Shockwave. Spread.
Oh, so my Druid is an enchanter right now. I gotta hold on to the drops I'm getting so I can disenchant them and then
I can't wait to
sell those materials.
well done, my friends.
I'm really digging the music in War Within so far too. The music in WoW is always a high point. But it's been like really fitting for each of the zones and dungeons. Hey, Gobumo, thank you for the follow. I'm happy to be background noise. If you ever want to come around and chat too, then I'm more than happy to do that as well. So you said you have 2670s. Have you leveled any? I mean, obviously you've leveled one of them if you're working on Lore Master, but you're just working on one so far? Also, don't feel pressured to answer if you just want to chill and focus on your questing. Doing stuff on what you plan to be your main. Nice. Just Resto Druid. Nice. Resto Druid is usually my favorite healer. That or Resto Shaman, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. But Druid was my original main. And back in vanilla, like, I was just pigeonholed into healing all the time. I did get to tank a little bit back then, but... Doing balance for solo content. Yeah, that makes sense. I think we'll hit 74 during this dungeon. Yeah, balance has often been one of my favorite casters, but I'm not too keen on the post-BFA version of it. I really liked the way empowerments worked when you had like empowered wrath and or like solar and lunar empowerments instead of eclipse. Not so much a fan of the current implementation of eclipse. Peril's been pretty cozy here, though. Don't love balance, but only the instant burst from trees is nice. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't really looked into the... what is the Keeper of the Grove hero tree? I mean, I know what Luna's Chosen is all about. At least from the Guardian side. This is number 4. This is number 4. How's it going, Terex? I got my Death Knight finished earlier today. So we're gonna go Druid and then Monk, and then I'll go I'll just level the Paladin too. Just get all the tanks ready to go. Force of Nature, Celestial Alignment, Convoke, just melts anything during solo content. Okay, that's cool. I really like Convoke. I just know it's not like the best talent, or at least it hasn't been the better option for like raiding in dungeons for balance for a while. Also number 4, but PvP Priest is number 5. Thinking DK after that. Nice, nice. Oh, I just aggroed. Oops. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Franken, if you're still listening, just disregard what I just said. That was a Kiru's pet for sure, 100%. Lock it in. Yeah, DK is super fun, Terex. I would love to do some battlegrounds on my warrior at some point too. Once you get your PvP priest leveled. Was the M+ build I stole that be in regardless just for the nuke? Nice. BGs are super fun. Nice. I haven't done any yet. Feels really balanced. That's good. Because, like, early expansions usually don't, right? They scale everyone to 600 and no one can get honor yet. Oh, that's super nice. I thought you could get up to 4,000 honor. Or do you mean honor? Oh, honor gear. I misread that. Yeah, that's a good move. And then you'll be able to start buying like honor gear on Tuesday, I think, right? Capping on the Druid as we speak. Nice. Yeah, I just want to make sure I get my tanks leveled and taken care of so they're all ready to go once we can actually do a little more serious content on them.
Once, my people thrived under the guidance of the Black Empire. Queen Nephris
Oh.
reclaimed that glory.
Almost ran right into almost ran right into that one too.
Ansurek and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Ashkahet.
Or as I type and you speak, yeah, right on. You're praying to medicine, the BOE grind isn't going to be the thing. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out. I did get some upgradable BOE boots on my warrior just like randomly. I might just like sell them and try to capitalize on that, depending on what they're going for. I think I just put them in my warband bank for now. Because, like, the only advantage is that that gear does not require crest to upgrade, right? Sell now for sure. Yeah.
Watch your step.
Convoke. Mid-selling between that and the start of the expansion, herb cloth, I've made like 80k. Nice. Yeah, I've made almost 100k now, mostly selling herbs and ore. And I haven't really been aggressively farming it, maybe like 2 hours total of farming on my DK, and then just whatever I got from mining on my warrior as I leveled. So the problem is it's such a max and the min-max sense, it's not a small difference. I mean, it is and it isn't, right? Like, once you start getting, like, once the season opens, the baseline drop from Heroic Dungeons is going to go up. Do I craft? To a small degree, yeah. I will typically have, like, one character with every profession. But I don't go, like, super hard on trying to make lots of gold out of it. I did get an elemental lariat pattern pretty early in Dragonflight, and I made a lot of gold with that. I feel like my many regular guilds will be hitting normals and heroics that night. It's huge even for non-hardcore casuals. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, normal heroic raids. That's, yeah, I mean, if you go into normal on Tuesday night, like, probably most of your people can't play during the day. And if that's like 10 item levels on every raider, like, that's definitely a big difference.
Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
Last night I was the first person to sell the new 36 slot on my cluster. Put it up for 115k and it didn't sell. Oh, bummer. In theory, you can pick up optimal stats. Yeah, that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, like, for most classes, just getting the raw primary stat. And honestly, like, for early raid prog, the stamina is not something that you should disregard either. Like, if you have an extra 15% health on the whole raid, that could be the difference between living or dying on a intense encounter. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. The armor buff of Earthen is enough to be good for plate tanks. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's going to be as good as being able to remove stuff with the dwarf racial, though. Like just the regular dwarf. Because there are several really, really nasty curses and poisons in the Season 1 dungeon pool. And when I get to making my guides, I'll talk about those. But there's a few places where having that dwarf racial could be the difference between living or dying. So, that being said, armor is really nice. I think it would have more of an impact for Brewmaster than any other tank, just because armor is giga good for Brew. Planning on making my Prot Warrior Earthen just because I feel like it fits based on the classes I've left level. That's cool. I really like Earthen. I think they're super cool. I think I'm going to keep my warrior orc just because I really like orc, and I'm pretty sure orc is still the best for PvP, which I think I want to do some on my warrior on. I definitely want to do some this season. Especially with the new solo rated battlegrounds. I'm actually pretty pumped for that. I don't know if I'll stream into PvP. It's well, you guys let me know. Would you be interested in watching me PvP? I know it's not always the same crowd that enjoys like PvE content and PvP in WoW. Yeah, they've added a solo rated battlegrounds. Obviously, you can't do it right now because the season's not open. But they removed the old rated battlegrounds and they added a like solo type game. I think it's like 8 versus 8. You always have 2 healers on both teams and either 6 DPS or 5 DPS and 1 tank. And the game, like some of the maps are a little bit tweaked to better accommodate a smaller player size. Like, I think one example, so they had it as a brawl all of, I think season 3 and 4 of Dragonflight, at least season 4. Like, one of the things that they changed is in Temple of Katmogu, the one where, like, you grab the orbs and then you take them in the center. I think there's only 2 orbs up at a time. And it, like, rotates based on... I could be mistaken, but I think there's, like, 2 up at a time. And you can only hold it for so long. And then, like, another one spawns or something. But they made changes to make it a little bit more, like, smaller group-friendly. Sounds super fun, honestly. The main thing stopping me from doing RPGs is having a group. Yeah, I did a decent amount on my warrior and DK in season 3 of Dragonflight and had a lot of fun with it. But it wasn't rated at that point, it was just a brawl, so there wasn't really like strong matchmaking or anything. But it was really fun. I had, let's see, I pushed to 1800 in rated battlegrounds early in Shadowlands because you could get like really good weapons. And I did that on Warlock and Druid. But yeah, finding groups to do that was not easy. Once you got in the game, it was super fun. But yeah, Franken, I know you're not interested in watching Battlegrounds. Watching PvP. Dead Arenas have been Shadowlands. Issues my main was in Aflock. Oh yeah, twos is in Aflock is... That's rough. And Warlock PvP early in Shadowlands was in a rough spot. It was like you were very squishy and also had no mobility. But in a battleground setting, it was brokenly strong.
Murpray has warped the Priory from a place of contemplation to an uprising. Why? She has always preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
I'm just cringing a little bit at how much that consecration is going to hurt in Season 2 Mythic Plus. Like, it's like the one ground effect that you actually want to move out of on normals while you're leveling. Of course, we probably won't be pulling like 18 packs at the same time once we get to Mythic Plus in here, but, you know. I sure hope they nerf it a little bit. It could, maybe it just scales poorly, I don't know.
Such heresy. Fire the sacred flame by animating the dead. They are no better than the Comus.
Remember to use our Jarun here. not pulling that side. I think those 2 packs both come in when you pull the boss anyway, so. Yeah, here they come.
Watch your step. Watch your step. AOE incoming. Watch your step.
Convoke.
Interrupt. Watch your step.
The Empire will see you burn. It is done. These zealots no longer steer our faith towards destruction.
Ooh, nice. We got a healer staying with us. This is the first time that's happened.
All who take comfort in the light of the sacred flame.
So here we are.
I keep forgetting that if you take 1 step forward in this dungeon, you pull the first trash pack. And these golems have true sight, so it doesn't matter if I'm in stealth or not. Oh, I have a feeling we're gonna miss the kick on the fear here. I got one. There's another about to go off. I was wondering why my XP bar was stuck. Cobalt Assembly rep. That's funny. One of my friends had his the old Cobalt Assembly still being tracked instead of in place of the experience bar.
Is that golem fused with something else? Titanic earthing technology enhanced with
I wonder how many bad habits we're building in these leveling dungeons. Because, like, the Mythic Plus dungeons are going to be really hard in Season 1, I think.
Watch your
Like, Season 1 dungeons are always kind of hard, but, like, I don't know, we've got a challenging pool of dungeons. All of them. Yeah.
watch your step.
It'll be an awakening once we get into our first +2 and, like, actually wipe on something. Just wipe because we didn't have anyone under level 75. Oh no.
looks like the main
Yeah, I'm almost level 75.
should lead us to an access console.
And everyone else in our group right now is 78 or higher, so
A golem fused with scarred and corruption? Fascinating.
yeah, I'm probably gonna get, actually maybe during this dungeon might get 75. I did see a level 80 elemental shaman pumping
Target change.
pretty hard earlier today.
Step.
Not quite a level 70 arcane mage levels of pumping, but like actually topping the meters at least.
Target change.
Frost DK was also really strong beyond level 75.
Look for a service tunnel nearby.
We'll get to taste how feral is.
Back to central processing.
New plan, get 5 tanks to 80, then I can level PvP characters randomly. Nice. Buff is keeping me focused. Dude, it adds up so fast. 15%. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. And 25%, like, if it was taking 4 dungeons to level, that basically cuts out almost an entire dungeon per level. And then if you're building up rested experience on those guys, like, you're gonna zoom. I think what I might want to do with my, like, non-tank alts is, like, log in on them to get the rested XP going, and then just, like, once a week do a couple of dungeons to kind of chew through the rested XP that I have. It's kind of min-max it in that way. Oh boy. Oh, I might die here. Keep me alive, Roller X. We can convoke. Nice healing. Did the Brackenhide trick. Nice, nice. Everyone at level 71. I feel weird with you calling that my Brackenhide trick because you're the one that told me about it. I guess it was my idea to just, like, do it on every character, but yeah, because, like, it's one thing to get the rested XP going, but then if you're just going to do Brackenhide for level 71, that's the trash you guys have done. That, to be fair, there's a lot of very high damage mobs in that pack.
Watch your... Run to edge of room.
You followed blindly. Followed? What do you mean followed? You were ahead of me. Brackenhide is well known for power leveling, but the secret sauce of doing it for rested XP is genius. Well, thank you. I will accept your kind words.
Look for another main card. If it's here, we might as well use it, unless you'd rather walk.
Yeah, I've always been on the, like, first day of the expansion, log on all your characters real quick to get the rested XP going train. Like, I figured that out, I think back in, like, I don't know, many expansions ago. But yeah, doing it post, like, a cheesy level is a new take on it.
There he is. Look at him. Beyond saving. That seems like poetic.
I think at this point, like, they have to not nerf the Brackenhide stuff, right? Could you imagine if there's a hotfix that goes out, like, Monday at, like, 1:30 or something Pacific time that nerfs the Brackenhide leveling? Can you imagine how angry everyone who didn't have early access would be? Yeah, I was a little bit surprised they didn't nerf it, like, pretty quickly, but I think they've waited too long at this point to make a change on it. Hey, how's it going, Soul? You didn't use it when Carafo was nerfed? Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, it really doesn't make much of a difference.
Shockwave.
Early access is the one thing where it's like, I get why they did it from the perspective of staggering the people on launch day, but I hate how they did it. Yeah.
Shockwave.
Okay, I don't know why that guy rescued me over there, but alright.
Spread.
I don't hate it enough to not buy the fun edition, but the epic edition, but yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Former high speaker has been laid low.
Let's see. Damage and healing will cap from increased by 3%.
Can't wait to write about your discoveries.
Or rip and ferocious by damage increased by 5%. This seems a little bit better than that. That's soothe combo points. What's this one? Okay. What's down here? Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go this way because this is more damagey. Oh, everybody's leaving the instance group. Random feature I feel is not getting enough praise is the light slipstreams. Those are so good. Is that like the... Okay, alright, cool. It's my time. It's my time to tank. Is that like the light effects around your character when you when you're skywriting? Let's see. Unless I'm misinterpreting what Frankie was telling me there. Oh, the flight strips. Yes, yes, yes. Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There we go. And then... yeah, we'll go down this side next. Get Thrash's arcane damage. A couple more levels. The wind tunnels that boost your speed and direction. Oh, okay, okay. I haven't actually seen those. Go down into ring depths, you'll see it. Alright, we can do that. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So you can use this stuff to go up? Oh, that's super cool. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. I did not know about that. Okay, I guess... oh, he just made me leader. Okay. I completely misinterpreted that. Sorry, Franken. There are a bunch of random areas where it'd be a vigor drain. Nice. That is very thoughtful, and I'm glad they have implemented that. That has been one pain point when I was doing mining and herbing on my Death Knight earlier. It was off stream, but like, if you get like 3 or 4 nodes in a row, you're just out of vigor and you can't fly. And I haven't unlocked steady flying yet. I think there's still a little bit of exploration I have to do. Probably like this area right here. Looks like this spot might be unexplored. Wait, but that's where you come in from Hall of Hell. Oh no, this is where you come in on the quest line, I think. And then like this whole area over here, I guess I haven't been to yet. But we'll go get that eventually. You seem to just get a vigor whenever you harvest a node. Yeah, but if you get all the way down to 0, then like the first one is enough to take off, but not enough to actually build up any steam. So maybe I'm just too greedy with my, or too liberal with my using vigor. Does the okay, shift click the node. So the old trick in Dragonflight, like that talent still works? Because like I know about that. I just couldn't open the talent tree, and I didn't bother to see if and I've been a little paranoid because I've had so many nodes despawn while I'm harvesting them. So I haven't really tried the old like don't actually loot it yet a few times. Alright, 75, I'm still doing okay damage. Boop. Oh, remind me when we get toward the end of the dungeon. There's a big troll that you can do on the last boss, probably usable on Mythic 0 week. I'm not going to include it in my actual guide, but I'll tell you guys on stream if you want to just mess with your friends and guildies a little bit. This is like potentially on the level of the life grip on the Algothar air bridges that I told you guys about in Dragonflight. Maybe even better, because I think just about any class can do this one. Hey Tiroff, could I have some help? I have a level 60 priest, but I don't know where I left off. What do you mean don't know where you left off? Like in the leveling process? I guess a couple questions I would have would be like when did you hit 60 on the priest? Like what expansion was it during? You could check your quest log and see if you have any quests active. Those might point you in the direction of where you need to go. Just got back. Right, but like when were you playing last? Like was it during Dragonfly? Was it during an earlier expansion? You have a Brackenhide Hollow quest. Okay, so you should be able to go to Valdrakken. There should be a portal in the portal room. If you're playing Alliance, it'll be in Stormwind City in the Mage Tower. If you're Horde, it's in the Gates to Orgrimmar. If you're going in toward Orgrimmar, it's like off to the right, the portal room. You should be able to get some more quests in Valdrakken, or at least in the Dragonflight zones, if you have a Brackenhide quest. I know they updated the leveling so that it like kind of directs you into the Dragonflight zones. It used to send you to the BFA zones. Also really new, so I need to guide you. That'll be hard to do, but I'll try to do my best. Dragonflight leveling is broken. You can't die to mobs below level 60 and instant heals you on death. I think that's okay. Like, that's pretty new player friendly. So what, do you know what faction you're playing, Tiroff? Try to open the map and kind of give you a little bit of a pointer. It's a bug. I think it's been a long time since I've done the Exile's Reach or whatever, but I think there was a mechanic that did that on Exile's Reach, so maybe it just like is still functioning. Tariff, if you don't know what faction you're playing, if you don't know what that means, do you know what race your character is? I've forgotten everything from buttons to what to do. Yeah, how's it going, Nev? Got your warrior finished and the pally. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm on tank number 4 out of 6.
Once, my people thrived under the guidance of the Black Empire. Queen Nephris
That's 3 now, nice.
claimed that glory.
No, you're playing a Shadow Priest. If you open up your character sheet, I guess it doesn't tell you there anymore, does it? Okay, if you hover over your character, the tooltip that pops up in the bottom right hand portion of your screen, it should say what race your character is. It would be like human or blood elf, because that's gonna be like the first thing that'll help us tell you like where to go. Started Druid too, nice. As far as like Shadow Priest specifics, Shadow Priest is one of the specs that I am least familiar with, so I don't know if I can help you much with that. But I can at least try to help you like figure out where your next quest is and like where you can go to continue leveling your character. If you press C, C by default will open up your character sheet. But I don't think it tells you your race on this by default anymore. At least with the UI out on I have, it doesn't.
Watch your step.
But I think if you hover over like your health bar, there should be a tooltip that pops up in the bottom right that like says your name and your class, and that should also say like, you know, maybe you're a night elf priest or a human priest or a troll priest.
Watch your step.
It's like you can see like toward the bottom. Actually, you can barely see it because my face cam is covering some of it, but the little thing that popped up above it, I think it's more toward the bottom right by default. I have it not quite all the way in the corner. But if you can find out what race you are, we can at least tell you like which city to go, and I can open up the map and try to show you like where you need to go in the portal or to find the portals.
The expedition built the priory as a place to contemplate the mysteries of Beladar.
Press C and it just says shadow. Yeah, I think on the it used to say on the character sheet like what your race was as well.
Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
Have I tried Druid of the Claw? Not for Feral yet, Nev. Let's see. Is there an easier way to figure out what your race is? It tells you on your character screen. It doesn't say on mine. I think it doesn't tell you anymore. Unless I'm like blind. I guess if you go to the reputation tab at the bottom, you can go down to classic and then you'll see either Horde or Alliance. That's probably the easiest way to find it out. Type /who in your character's name. That's another way. Good recommendations, guys. Yeah, once we know your race, we can at least direct you to like where you can take a portal to Valdrakken, which is the capital city of Dragonflight, which is where it sounds like you have a quest. So, I'm just trying to get you on the right path. So if you open your character sheet, there's like 3 tabs at the bottom, and one of them is Reputation. Under Classic, you can scroll down and it'll tell you if you're Horde or Alliance. Or if you type /who space and then your character's name, that will say like, it's like if I do /who Thordrew, it tells me I'm a level 75 High Mountain Druid, and it gives you a little bit more info, but like the race is what we need to find out so we know where to send you. Or do you know the name of the city that you're in right now? Maybe you're already in one of the capitals and then we can just kind of open up the map and try to show you where to go. Is your character name Tiroff? I can try that, but if we're on different servers it won't work. Or if there might be someone with the same... There might be someone with the same name. Yeah, when I do it, it says 0 players total. So that either means we're on a different server, or I think it could mean we're just different factions on the same server. There's so many servers, the likelihood of us being on the same one is pretty low. Oh. Just face pulled that back. Could I add you? Sure, yeah. Send me a DM on Twitch with your battle tag, if you know what that is.
Watch your step.
I'll have to wait till after this boss fight to do it. Yeah, Kira, I know you can see what I'm typing. The chat cover is so that people can't see what like random people are typing. So as long as it's covering the actual chat box, like that's fine. I just don't want people typing things that'll get me banned on Twitch if I'm standing around them, you know? And like I have the language filter on, but just extra protection.
Watch your step. Interrupt.
Thank you, Soul. Let's see, did you send me that DM? I don't see one.
Are these steel strikes, lackeys? God! God!
Well, Tiref, we've given you a few ways that you could figure out your faction. If you can tell us what your faction is or what race your character is, I think we can be able to at least point you in the right direction.
Her usefulness to the Empire has passed. Soon, the true faithful will arise, and the Arathi will be mighty.
The shield on Rage Heart is so big. This is an underrated trinket for DPS. I don't know, maybe it's not. Everyone wanted it in Season 3 at least.
They've served their purpose. Baron, demonstrate your
I'm not just like randomly posting my full battle tag on Twitch chat. But if you could send me a DM on Twitch, I would be happy to add you and see if I can help you out.
Watch your step. Interrupt.
Open spellbook, click on the journal tab, tell us what racial passives you have. That would be another way.
Watch your step.
So if you go to like general in the spellbook, you hit P, then you see like racial under some of these, so like Bull Rush, that would tell us that you're High Mountain Tauren.
why?
You can find even just one of those, we could tell you which one you are probably.
Preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
That consecrate slaps. He's trolling. I mean, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I feel like, Tiroff, if you're not trolling, we've given you a bunch of ways you could figure out what your character's race is.
Beledar is the
So try to do one of those if you need more help.
we witness. Its blinding light reveals the strength. We Arathi lack an army of the risen. The Arathi will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Kazangar, and subjugate the world. No, such heresy. They defile the sacred flame by animating the dead. They are no better than the Conus.
Feels more like a fishing thing, if anything. I mean, I work in the tech world, so I have to take trainings on fishing like every year, and we have random tests from our IT department at any time of the year. So I'm pretty good at not actually falling for those. Not actually giving away personal information. Okay, after this dungeon, I will add you and see if we can help you out here. We're very close to the last boss here, so it'll just be another minute.
Foolish outsiders. Beladar's sacred flame will simply raise him back to duty. Sacred flame will cleanse your transgressions.
Watch your step.
Sacred flame.
Watch your step.
Be purified. Brothers and sisters, hearken to the flame.
Interrupt. Watch your feet. AOE incoming. Watch your step.
The Empire will see you burn.
All right.
It is done. These zealots no longer steer our faith towards destruction.
All right, I've sent you a friend request, Tyrioff. Ooh, we leveled up from that. Nice.
So here we are. High Speaker Irish. Or is it just Irish now?
Oh, you're in Europe. Okay.
He's probably running like a
It says you're in Breckenide Hollow now.
sleeked, cowering, timorous beastie.
Oh, we might be wiping here. Yeah, I got one shot. Yeah, these things do have a fear that we'll need to kick. We found the level where you stop being able to fully carry. Okay, Tyrioff. I don't know. Okay, you're a Blood Elf Priest, so you're Horde. Okay. So because we're in different regions, I can't actually play with you at all. But what I would say, like, you're in Breckenhide Hollow and you have a quest in Breckenhide. If you open up your quest or your quest log or the map, you can open up the map with M. If you do that, you'll see some quests on the side. And if you click on one, so if I click on this map, it'll open up another map showing me where to go, and it'll show your character on that map. So that should at least like tell you where you need to go to continue leveling. If you have specific questions about Shadow Priest or even just Priest in general, I am not the person to ask, but if you have like general WoW questions or if you get stuck on a quest or something, we can try to help as much as we can.
Fused with something else? Titanic earth and technology.
I do it to make sure that we're welcoming to new players.
Brilliant.
Watch your step.
You don't have my Discord and you don't know what I said? You can get my Discord. You can jump in my Discord server. There's a link on my Twitch page.
Laser on you. Run.
We've got other people who can help you out there too if you need help. But if you press M on your keyboard, it should open up the map, and it's gonna look very different from mine because we're not in the same place. But on the right side of the map screen, you should have your quest log there. And like quests are what you want to be doing as you're leveling up in general. So you may have a quest that says like, hey, go kill X amount of this type of enemy, or another one that says go collect Y amount of this type of item. AFK and Wizard, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're out here tonight leveling our characters for Season 1. I'm on my 4th out of 6 tank classes. Says Dragonflight 0 out of 5. Is that all that it says? Hingham's Loki might just be a good idea to start off at level 1 if it's been long enough that we remember nothing. A fresh start will let you sort of slow roll the influx of information. Honestly, that's not a bad recommendation. That's a pretty good idea. Like, if it's been long enough that you don't even remember what your character does, jumping in at level 60 could be a little much, maybe. Especially if you're unfamiliar with WoW or even like MMOs in general.
Target change. Watch your step.
You're welcome. Well, thank you. Thank you, FK Wizard. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a good Friday night. Or Saturday night, I guess. It's not Friday anymore.
Watch your step.
It's Saturday night here in the US. What would I recommend if you started again? Well, we can kind of tailor a recommendation to what you're interested in playing. Is there like a particular class fantasy that you like? Do you want to be like a spellcaster? Do you want to be like a melee damage dealer? Do you want to be a tank? Or do you want to be a healer? 'Cause my answer is going to be very different depending on what you want to play. And other people in chat may have ideas too. There's a lore NPC in Aj Kahat that's just the last Nerubian from Ajal Nerub. Oh, that's crazy. That's super cool. I really need to get like the side quests done at some point. I didn't do all of them in Dragonflight, but I don't know, the lore feels really compelling and interesting this time around. You liked Ret Paladin? You could try that again. Start a new Paladin. Paladin is, I would say, generally one of the more approachable classes for all of its specs. There's definitely a level of depth to grow into, like, as you start learning everything. But I would say it's, as a class, it's on the more the more user-friendly side, if that makes sense. This wasn't a side quest, this is a random lore NPC. Oh, nice. Cool. That makes it even cooler if it's just like part of the world, just chilling. Red Pally is pretty simple. I just leveled mine to 70 recently. Yeah, Red Pally is a very... it's usually a very good class too. Like, you bring a lot of group utility. It's almost never just like one of the worst classes, so... I would say that's a very good choice. What race is good? Honestly, the race that you play in World of Warcraft, outside of like very, very cutting edge level content, is really just cosmetic. The difference between the races as far as like how much damage one does over the other is going to be like fractions of a percent.
Run to edge of room.
And like optimizing how much damage you do on your character comes like much more down to like learning how to play the class and executing your rotation well.
Watch all.
Tauren Master Race. Tauren's always a good choice. I love Tauren.
Interrupt one.
I don't know off the top of my head what all of the possible combinations are these days, but yeah, I would say like just like pick a character that you think looks cool that you're interested in playing. Oh, our healer left. What class is good for a Ret Paladin? You would have to choose Paladin to play a Ret Paladin. FK Wizard says, I love Red. It's understandable, fun, has a lot of unique personal and group abilities. Yeah, absolutely. Like, the rotation is pretty straightforward, but then there's a lot of extra things you can do to really, like, show your skill as you learn it. And really, like, help your group get through things that would otherwise be very, very difficult. War Stomp rules. Hey, what's up, Robin? How's it going? Yeah, War Stomp is a very fun racial. Blood Elf Paladins do look pretty cool. My Paladin is a Blood Elf right now. Guess I'll be leveling up Paladin. Nice. And, you know, leveling is, like, relatively fast these days. So if you get, like, maybe 10 or 15 levels into it and you're just not really vibing with it, it's not a big deal to make a different character. I would also say that a lot of classes, like, you don't get the full feel for the class until you're getting closer to level 70. Just because of the way the talent trees work out. So, if you like the class fantasy and you've played it in the past and enjoyed it, then yeah, give Ret Paladin a shot. See how it goes.
Spread.
How's it going, Blendon? I only got one character and it's a Colturian Prot Warrior. Went back and did the unlock for Colturians to make it. Nice. Colturian Human is pretty sick. Oh, Franken 880. Five herb miners going one for each herb to max out quick and working on a third 80. Nice. Yeah, this will be my 4th tank. Obviously, we started with the Warrior. It's our main character for at least for Season 1. And then I did Demon Hunter, just kind of due to some extenuating circumstances with our group composition last night. Did Death Knight earlier today, and now we're on the Druid. We're gonna get one more dungeon here as Feral, and then I think, our other tank who I'm playing with right now just hit 80, and our other friend who's on his hunter is about to hit 80. Maybe like just a couple of pulls into this dungeon. So we'll be probably swapping Guardian shortly. I was debating between maining Blood DK. What hero spec do you need to have going? Sand Lane looked really fun, but unfortunately it's just worse than Deathbringer. Sand Lane was amazing early in the beta. Like, in Season 1 values, if this means anything to you, with like the full... Like, once you got, like, your full stacks of, I forget what the buff is called, but once you got it all going, you get up to, like, 80% haste. Which is, like, insane haste values for Season 1. And so they kind of gutted it. So I played Deathbringer. I do like Reaper's Mark. I think it's a fun ability. And, the rest of the tree's got some pretty cool stuff in it. But I would love to play Sand Lane again if they buff it up. It is... There are some awkward moments in the gameplay, though. Oh no! No, it happened again! No! That's the third time that has happened to me. I've seen it happen to one other person. All I did was click on the bird. Nobody else's bird killed them. These birds just don't like me. Found Deathbringer to be pretty sweet as well. Some consolation. The size look, yeah, the size do look awesome. The visuals of Deathbringer are super cool. And when you get the, like, one of the talents turns your Blood Plague into Shadowfrost damage. Or maybe it's just Blood Boil into Shadowfrost damage, but it turns it blue, which is really cool. Has like a very frost feel to it. My issue with Deathbringers, it doesn't feel very tank, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely like more... At least like the theme of it feels more DPS-y. We're just cooking up new words tonight, chat. Can I see your feral talents? Sure. Yes. The feral tree I just pulled from the Wowhead Mythic Plus guide, and then we're just going Wildstalker because that's what was recommended there. I'm not a feral expert. At times I've been a feral enthusiast, but it's not my main spec, and it's not my primary DPS spec. Do I use LVUI? I do use LVUI. I've had issues with it for years when changing zones. Action bars just stop working, no keybinding works. It just does that error click noise. I have never seen anything quite like that. I mean, it definitely has errors from time to time. You decided to make feral this expansion? Nice. I'm having fun with it.
Watch your step.
Druid is probably going to be my third tank as far as like prioritizing gearing and leveling and everything. Well, I mean not leveling, but like gearing and doing weekly content on it and stuff. But Guardian is my favorite Druid spec by a pretty large margin. I suppose I could say that about all the tank classes though. That their oops, I'm not trying to ping here. That their tank spec is my favorite spec. Druid of the Call looks awesome for PvP. It's nice to have some dual spec feral back in some form. Yeah, yeah. I would really like to do a little bit of raiding on it and play Druid of the Claw. Do some cat weaving when you're not tanking. That sounds super fun. I don't know if it'll be optimal. Like take it into some low keys and just like on the boss fights cat weave. Just tell your healer, heal me harder. Heard Feral is co-top TPS in PvP with Frostmage. Nice. Feral is often good in PvP. I'm definitely not good at it in PvP. We're hurting here.
Crowd control.
Nope, we died. Oh, we're all the way back here. That's rough. Cat weaving resto looks awesome too, but it looks hard. Yeah, I've done some cat weaving on resto in previous expansions, and it is a fun and scary playstyle. Oh, I've never been dropped off here before. I guess you just go in here and go down. Love Guardian, but I'm still too anxious for tanking, so I chose Feral. That's fair. Still think it's really cool and fun though. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not used to tanking, it can definitely be intimidating to approach, but if you do want to dip your toes in and try it out, I think Guardian is probably the best, like, new player friendly tank, or new tank friendly one. Did some WoW Sucker resto testing solo. So many buttons. that's a Feral does have a lot of buttons. It has a lot of buttons, and like both of the hero talents are not actually adding a new button. So, and it already has a lot. Like Druid of the Claw for Feral. Yeah, I did a little bit of beta testing with it on Guardian, but it was in like there was like a random week where they decided to just YOLO overhaul Mythic Plus, and so there was no keys available. And I did some heroic dungeons that week, and that was the context that I tested Druid of the Claw. The thing I didn't like about it is that the ability is a random proc, right? And it replaces, well, for Guardian it replaces Maul. For Feral, it replaces Ferocious Bite, I believe. But it's like you don't really have any control over when it's up, and it doesn't directly impact your rotation. Which, to be fair, Wild Stalker is just like entirely passive. At least the way I'm playing it is. I could be doing some things wrong. Who knows? Yeah, I think the base toolkit for Feral is pretty cool. I've been vibing with it. But after this dungeon, we will get back to being a laser bear.
I do not like that it feels darker and colder as we go.
Gonna be sending out moonfires, like we're Oprah sending out free cars to people.
The lift is out. If we want to keep going, we will have to go down. We have to take it down.
Take a drink here real quick. You know what I am missing right now though? I'm missing the 8-yard melee range. I'm still a little sad that they took that away. I remember when Feral and Guardian were the only specs to have that. Then they, well, I guess I don't remember if they gave it to Outlaw at the same time. But rip 8-yard melees. Don't make me remember 8-yard feral. I miss it so much. It was great. I did quite a quite a fair amount of keys as feral in BFA, and being able to stand 8 yards away from a boss and do your full rotation on it. Ah, those were the days. Also having like an 11-yard range on Thrash as Guardian was sick. No, that ring's not an upgrade. Alright, we got some guildies to 80. Still working on our druid here. It's gonna be time to tank.
I have many wares.
See if we can auction those BOEs, and then all this stuff will disenchant later.
Find good trails.
Bear mode activating. And we have one more level, we get Arcane Thrash. One more level. See if my friend wants to do more here. Okay, he's gonna grab another character. We'll probably do one without him here. Let me make sure. Lunar Beam. While we're waiting for our queue to pop here, I want to give a welcome to everyone who's joining the stream. Had some first-time chatters tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out. Everyone who's just lurking, appreciate you all too. Thanks to everyone for being here. A good stream so far tonight, and I really like all you guys. Really like hanging out with you. I think 80 on my Prot Warrior last night, ramped up to 560 today. Loving this expansion so far. Nice. Yeah, I have not really started the level 80 gearing on my warrior yet, but we'll get there. I did do all the world quests on my warrior, so I grabbed a few pieces with that, and then I did end up with a few upgrades from leveling, so I think I'm at like 530 something, maybe 540, but I was already at like 529, maybe 528 point something when we started. I should have just mounted up. Should have just mounted up and run through. Alright, well, we're just gonna stop here and pop everything. And we got feared. It's okay. Oh. It said stunned, but that was actually a root. That's kind of obnoxious. But because it said stunned, I wasn't able to shift out of it. Ran a handful of random normals, but jumped through a bunch of follower dungeons to grab pieces from certain bosses. That's a smart way to do that. Didn't want to upset other people's evenings. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, these normals are, like, really, really hard to fail, you know? Giving up the Frost 2 piece was so sad playing Rider. The little mini Cinder Ghost that comes out when you use Pillar counted for popping all your Riders at once. Oh, that's sick. That is sick. Yeah, I think my DK still has 2 set equipped, so I'll have to try that at some point. I gotta remember to Lunar Beam on, like, basically every pull, because it's up so much. Got to level 77 before you notice you're using an end weapon on your Druid. Oh, rip to that. At least you did notice. At least you didn't have to have someone point it out to you. My dude has an end weapon. Sounds like you gotta play Resto. Maybe. Luck has a Warbound agility staff equipped. Oh no. Mistakes were made. This is my PvP Druid who is in fact Resto. You're just leveling as like Guardian or Feral, right? Probably Guardian. Get those sweet tank Qs. Ooh, nice. We'll hit 77 in this dungeon. And then we'll get Arcane Thrash. And then we'll get Lunar Beam back even faster. Why are these guys evading? Where did he go? Oh, well, we're out of combat. Who cares? Shove. How's our healer doing the most damage? Just Holy Paladin things. He's probably Lightsmith. Oh, he has a Bellorelos too. Probably some broken scaling with that. Because it's done 20 million damage out of his 80 million. Yeah. It's hitting for like 1 to 2 million. I mean, that trinket's good, but the scaling and conversions and everything. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys my little troll that you can do on this fight. So I'm not going to recommend you do this in a key or in a time dungeon, right? But you see these black pools that are on the ground? These are on the boss fight too. There will be ads that run across the platform. You damage them, they drop one. And if you run into it, it roots you like indefinitely. And the way you break the root is by using a crowd control ability on the mob that's holding you down. So it spawns like a little ooze, Use a crowd control ability to get out of the route, right? But you don't want to do that immediately on the boss, because the boss will start doing an ability that like pulls everyone in, and if you get pulled in when she explodes, it's like a one-shot. So if you want to have some fun with your friends, and again, I cannot endorse doing this on like Mythic Plus. Use this at your own risk. What you can do is, as soon as she starts doing her like pull in, and you see your friend run to their puddle and get rooted, see, like you get rooted right here, right? And then use a CC and you're free. As soon as they get rooted, before the cast goes off, you can use your CC on their ad, and then they'll get pulled in and they'll die to the boss doing the one shot. So if you guys want to use that information on your friends, or if you want to use it on me, if you end up grouping with me, that is your prerogative. But I feel like it's necessary for me to get this information out there. Bailey361, thank you for the follow. Oh, stuff and things on YouTube? Nice. Didn't like being the outlier? That's right. We have a few YouTube people. If that's your preferred platform, I do not mind you watching over there. I think right now there's actually more people watching on YouTube than Twitch. Twitch just has a little more interaction sometimes. But I do not mind people lurking or watching on their preferred platform. I know, like, I don't have the chat displayed on screen, so like interacting with other people can be harder. But yeah, thanks for the follow and watching on YouTube. Appreciate it.
Shame, ma'am. Your training grounds fall to the intruders.
I like pulling these guys while we wait for the second mob to run down. Let's get a little more XP here. Like this boss, I ran followers like 10 times for the shield. Killed and quit over and over. Okay, that makes sense. If you're trying to like get something from the first boss and you just want to do that boss, that's a really good use of follower dungeons. I wonder what happens if you abandon a follower dungeon. Like, does the instance just get deleted? Does the AI, like, wait for you to come back? Can you imagine there's just, like, 4 little WoW GPT guys sitting there? I mean, I'd like to believe that they just go away. But what if? I mean, I don't know what the code looks like under the hood.
Tainer, the intruders defile the altar of the sacred flame. I see their game. They seek to ambush me without my lieutenants.
They finish without you. They go pretty slow too. It might take them a while.
Ours is the true path for the Arathi.
I saw someone had a post on one of the WoW subreddits the other day where like they were doing a follower dungeon, and I think it was an Algothar Academy, and they just ran off without the followers and soloed Veximus while the followers were like killing the first trash pack. And when the boss died, the tank left the group. They got abandoned by their followers in the follower dungeon. The way they pull everything, you think they were leveling? They pull like... I feel like they pull so slow that it's almost a disservice to new players. And I mean, I say that like a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but like... if the goal of follower dungeons is to set you up for doing future group content, they are not giving you the experience that you're going to have, you know? Now, if the goal is just so that like people don't have to engage with groups, that's totally fine. Go at a slower pace, like make sure that it's very, very friendly for people who want like that measured dungeon experience. Love the idea of raid story mode. I'm excited for that. Yeah, I think that's a really cool feature. As someone who's probably never going to like use it, because I do raid lead for my guild, and we do heroic level raiding. But I think it's an awesome feature. Because like the story has always been a really good part of WoW and something that keeps a lot of people around for the long term. So making it more accessible and easy to engage with for people who don't want to do organized content is really, really good. Great change.
Interrupt. Murpray has walked the priory from a place of contemplation to an uprising. Why? She has always preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
You always have the cutscenes. You can see the story quest lines, but that doesn't tell you the nuances, like Smolder being betrayed. Yeah. Although I think the story mode is only going to be the last boss, so you might not get all of that unless there's like something kind of delivering the experience along the way.
The Arathi will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Kazalgard, and subjugate the world!
No, such heresy. They defile the sacred flame by animating the dead. They are no better than the Comis.
Foolish outsiders! Beledar's sacred flame will simply raise him back to duty. The sacred flame will cleanse your transgression!
Watch your step.
Sacred flame! Brothers and sisters, hearken to the flame!
Interrupt.
The Empire will...
Ooh, that chest might be an upgrade. In fact, it won't break my set bonus because I'm wearing 5-piece, so it will be an upgrade. Nice. Breaking your season 4 set broke your heart. Yeah.
I have
So yeah, most of the set bonuses were really, really good too.
farewell, friend of the Grummles. Many deals for
Ooh, we got another BOE here. I'll go ahead and list these. This is the wrong building. This is the bank. Yeah, even the leveling BOEs are fetching a pretty penny. Place your Ferrac trinket at 80. Yeah, my warrior hasn't replaced the trinkets yet.
Thank the Titans you are here. The storm perch has been breached, and the storm
Oh no. I don't know, Akira, if you've ever played Windwalker before.
While you go to the roosts, I will distract them here.
It's good. We got a 71 assassination rogue to carry the damage here. Alright, chat, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die again here? Please no. Please no. Oh good. Can't I've seen that happen to I've seen that happen 4 times, and 3 of the times it was to me. What do you got against me, Blizzard? Ooh, this is nice. This is juicy. We pulled everything from both sides. I'm actually gonna pop a defensive here. So much flapping. So many birds flapping on top of our head. And Goldeneye had
Watch your step.
slappers only. This is flappers only. Oh, oh, run, run, run. Nope, we got stunned. Fail.
Watch your step.
Rookery is a 4-pull 10-minute dungeon. I know, it's so fast. It's great.
Watch your step.
This is a quick tip here. If you didn't figure it out, you can use the extra action button to go down to like the side platforms, so you don't have to slow fall all the way down. Get a quick decurse in here. I'm gonna incarn this bull. This is a little bit dangerous. Drop our lunar beam. Let's go.
Crowd control. Pulling in. Crowd control. Pulling in.
It's already back up. Having Thrash and Moonfire be arcane abilities, and then this talent here, your arcane abilities reduce the cooldown of Lunar Beam by 3 seconds. Wait, there's some. Oh, there's still some mobs up. Oops. Feels really, really good. Stop pulling me in. No, I'm gonna get locked out of the boss fight.
Watch where. Pulling in. Run. Pulling in.
We gotta kill this thing because it's just annoying. Rogue was already up going the next pack.
I do not like that it feels darker and colder as we go down. But what is that? What did Gorin? The lift is out. If we want to keep going, we have to take it down.
Crowd control. Crowd
For this treasure chest, I had to kill a slime slagny, if you will. That's funny. I really like Lunar Beam being actually a viable talent. It does a lot of damage. I remember there was one point in Dragonflight where Lunar Beam was bugged, and so like one of the things it does is it decreases. Oh, maybe it doesn't do that. There was like wording on it where it like decreased the damage that things did to you by 10%, but they coded it as negative 10%, so it was actually increasing the damage that you took by 10%. Having it go from that to actually being a good talent and having a hero tree built around it is really, really good. Really happy to see that. Alright, we should get this next level during the next dungeon. And then we'll only have 2 more to go. Yeah, this XP buff is really, really nice. It'll be 20% for our monk. Depending on how fast we get to 80, I may start the monk tonight. And then Prop Paladin will be last. Yeah, it does cap out at 5 tunes for a 25% experience bonus, which is really, really good. Okay. Let's not make the same mistake. I'm just going to mount up and run through. And, like with how fast leveling your alts already is, getting 25% bonus experience, it's going to feel real nice. I think this will be an expansion where I get everything leveled real quick. Chug a DPS potion, because why not? Probably should hit it earlier, but... You know, five people in your warband. So your warband is actually your entire account. It's like all of your characters. There is a limit of only being able to display 4 on like the login screen. But if you want like to send warbound gear, you can send it to any of your characters. It's like you can read it as like Battle.net account wording. It's only the login screen scene that they added. That's the only place where it's limited to 4 characters. All of the other features are account wide. Oh, sorry. There was a question. There was a question in guild chat from one of my friends who, at least earlier, was listening, asking if the experience buff that you get caps out. And it does cap out at 5 level 80s. But still, that's 25% bonus experience for all your characters. All subsequent characters. Not quite what you could get from heirlooms back in the day. But leveling, at least in this expansion, is a lot faster than it used to be, even with heirlooms.
Defensive.
Heirlooms was 35% max. I think you get higher than that. So you had head, shoulders, chest, and pants that were all 10%, and those all stacked. You could get 5% from cloak, and then 5% from a ring, I think. The cloak might also have been 10%. Oh, we're gonna get two of the big guys here. Oh well.
Run out. The swirly showing up on the bottom all the way down there. That's really funny. Oh, I haven't seen this mechanic happen on normal yet. Oh, that'll be an upgrade for sure. Lose 200 speed, but it is what it is.
Once, my people thrived under the guidance of the Black Empire. Queen Nephris refused to reclaim that glory, but no more. Ansurek and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Ashkahet. The harvest will prevail!
Watch your step. Watch your step. Move to field.
See, this is the ability that you need to use the root things for. Obviously, it doesn't quite one shot on normal, but on Mythic Plus, it will absolutely be a one shot every time.
Watch your step.
Oops.
78. Alright, I got nothing against this group, but I think we dip and try and find some lower level puggies. Oh. It's been a good night so far. Good night of dungeons. Good time in chat, hanging out with you guys. Thanks everyone who's been a part of the evening. It's been a good one so far. Tanking on my 70 Holy Priest with Holy Nova. It's like Mop Remix all over again, right? Yeah, I remember the first Arcane Mage we had in group the other day. Like, we went to the first boss in, I think it might have been Arakara, or Arakara, however we're going to say it. And, like, literally one-shot the boss with Magi's Touch.
So here we are.
Oh, yeah, here we go. See, this is what we want to see. We got a level 70 Frost TK in here. This is going to go so fast.
We sleek, cowering, timorous beastie. What's this? Is that golem fused with something else? Titanic earthen technology enhanced with magical augments. Brilliant.
Man, I don't understand Twitch bots. You're really gonna post in someone's chat saying like, hey, go buy viewers. Ooh, okay, we got this. This is an interesting trinket.
Either one of these paths should lead us to an access console.
I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but it's at least interesting. Your town abilities activate the modules, refracting energy, protecting you from 50% of damage taken, up to 1.4 million. Can only occur every 1 minute. So it's effectively a 1 minute, 1.4 million ignore pain. That has potential to be really, really good for Brewmaster. I'm just going to pull this entire room, because why not? XP, XP. Yeah, I don't know how good that's going to be for every tank. It's a little bit weird that it's tied to your taunt. I don't know how I feel about that.
Machine speakers in the stone vault. Fanatically loyal, no doubt.
Intruders detected. Defense protocols activated.
Interrupt 1. Defensive. Watch your step.
Just obliterate.
Look for another mine cart. If it's here, we might as well use it. Unless you'd rather golem fused with scarred and corruption? Fascinating.
Defensive. Target change. Watch your step.
Some fast levels here.
There he is. Look at him. Beyond saving. That seems like poetic justice, but let's finish this.
Oh, Demon Hunter died. Give him a little speed boost.
Shockwave.
No. Lost our OP Death Knight.
The expedition built the Priory as a place to contemplate the mysteries of
The dungeon spam has been a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I gotta be honest, I was kind of dreading doing the same 4 dungeons over and over again. But they're so fast. Like, they're so fast that it just feels so good.
Killing. Captain Dale cries protecting something. Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
Those roots actually deal damage, so I don't know if that's how you're supposed to deal with that on keys, but it's pretty funny.
Training grounds fall to the intruders.
This becomes an N plus dungeon. It's going to be fun. I really think so. I think this dungeon has high potential to be a really, really great key. Unless you have to do, like, almost all of the trash in the whole place to actually... Like, if you have a good choice over what routing you can do in here, it's going to be really good. I also have no idea what any of the bosses do yet. I mean, obviously, like, the last boss has the, like, go up and then you gotta break the shield to kick it thing, and some stuff to dodge. But, like, you really don't get a good feel for mechanics from normal these days. Also, we're just, like, skipping one of the, like, side mini-bosses here, which you probably won't want to do on M+.
Are these still strikes, lackeys? Guard! Guard! They belong to that old fool's sister Blaze. Destroy these outsiders! Her usefulness to the Empire has passed. Soon, the true faithful will arrive. They've served their purpose. Baron, demonstrate your worth.
Those who oppose the Emperor will what have we here? Intruders!
Watch your step.
Holy hammer!
It's first defeat of this instance run.
Prey has walked the priory from a place of contemplation to an uprising. Why? She has always preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
Belladar is the crucible. It burns away weakness. Its blinding light reveals the strength we Arathi lacked. With an army of the risen, the Arathi will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Kazalgard, and subjugate the world!
No, such heresy. They defile the sacred flame by animating the dead. They are no better than the Comus.
I think we just let these come out to us in the boss.
Sacred flame will cleanse your transgression!
Hopefully I didn't lock everybody out. I may have just locked everybody out.
Watch your step.
Oh no.
Watch your step.
Brothers and sisters, hearken to the flame!
Interrupt. Watch your feet. Watch your step.
The Empire will see you burn.
Alright, well that's just a straight upgrade now.
Light of the sacred flame. Thank you.
Yeah, this is an interesting trinket.
It is done. These zealots no longer steer our faith towards destruction.
It's not better than Ray Chart yet. And I'm not wearing double on use. It's poop. Well, okay, I know you don't like it, Franken. We decided. Yeah, I don't know. Just like in the context of DPS trinkets not being as strong for tanks, I might just have to settle, you know? We? Yeah. Oh no, our hunter died. He must have fallen off. It's possible he'd aggro on something, but I don't think he would have like actually died to a few mobs. Yeah, he says in chat, lol, whoops. Mind the gap. No way, 100 him. Yeah, he had to like run through that hole right there, which has definitely happened to people. People, right? Hasn't happened to me. I haven't run the dungeon yet, but shh. Oh, this feels so slow though. My run speed. After leveling my warrior, that was always going to be the risk of getting like 50% speed on a character. The baseline speed just feels so slow now. Ooh, nice. We're gonna ding during this pull. I think that means we need to continue going irresponsibly large on these pulls. Oh, they're already killing stuff though. We're gonna hit it before we get any danger up here. Yeah, like 2 more mobs. Maybe 1. We got casters over here now too. Alright, alright. One more level. One more to go here, chat.
run out.
Once, my people thrived under the guidance of the Black Empire. Queen Nephilus refused to reclaim that glory, but no more. Ansurek and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Ashkahet. The harvest will prevail!
Watch your step. Dispel.
My blood bleeds.
Okay. I think I'll try this trinket out. Let's keep going here. I think probably 3 more dungeons. 2 or 3? Probably 3.
Thank the Titans who are here. The Storm Purchase
Wee.
corrupted.
Toes for free. What's his hunter's name?
While you go to the roosts, I will distract them here. We can link up.
Hoping Hunter means the raid. Yeah. Obviously, Terrace, right? Terrace of the Springs. Hey. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to say this name terribly wrong. Styomi X5. Thank you for the YouTube sub. Thank you for stopping by to check out the stream if you're here.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Always pointing right at us. You went the other way, okay?
Watch your step.
Alright, I need to stand up for a bit, chat. Do not be alarmed. I'm not shrinking
Watch your
here.
step.
I'm not shrinking. My desk is growing. Yeah, my legs have been getting a little tired from sounds weird to say this, but my legs are not used to sitting as often as I have been the last few days. I use my standing desk like most of the day when I'm working. I mean, I use it all the time. I'm standing most of the time when I'm working. Need to be doing it a little more when I'm streaming, I think, just so my legs don't get sore from being in a seated position a lot.
Crowd control.
Don't be alarmed, I'm wearing pants. I am wearing pants too, so we can only hope he is. I am, well, technically they're shorts. Real shorts though, real shorts. Not just boxer shorts. I am fully clothed.
Crowd control. Crowd control. Crowd control.
Okay, which VDH hero tree does more damage? I think for a while Aldraki Reaver was doing more damage.
Crowd control.
But I don't know if that's the case anymore.
Crowd control.
I did not like the playstyle of Aldraki Reaver though.
Crowd control.
Felsguard is pretty fun. Felsguard is like, we're gonna take meta and turn it into an offensive CD for you, in addition to being defensive. And it also gives you a bit more baseline takiness outside of demon form. Not a ton, but that's, like, you know, Demon Hunter is usually lacking a bit there. Meadow is an offensive CD in Shadowlands too. It was awesome. Oh, that's true. If you were running, if you were playing Venthyr. I usually played Night Fae on my Demon Hunter in Shadowlands. I just like the hunt a lot.
Watch where.
Miss Sinful Brand. Not everyone does. I thought it was a cool enough ability, but I also wasn't a Demon Hunter main, and I know at least the Havoc Demon Hunters really, really disliked it. Why am I so slow? What is this? Did I hit the RP? I did not hit my RP walk keybind. Was a Havoc DH in the latter half of Shadowlands mostly, but also didn't do high-end content. That's fair. Yeah, I think like the... the old water walking. I didn't even have to tell the shaman to do that. That's fantastic. I love it. Yeah, I think the gameplay of extending it in raids was not liked by a lot of people. My man understood these. I didn't even have to say anything. He just knew what to do.
Crowd control. Crowd control. Crowd control. Crowd control. Crowd control.
Ugh, this pool is so nasty.
Crowd control.
Get the double lunar beamer though. Might get the triple lunar beam it.
Defensive.
Cool. I think 2 more for sure will do it. Probably not 1 more though. I don't think we're gonna get 40% of a level in 1 dungeon. 2 more ought to do though. Still get these Flightstone things from Dragonflight during early access. That's kind of funny. Here we go.
So here we are. High Speaker Irish. Or is it just Irish now? He's fled from the Hall of Awakening into the Stone Vault. He's probably running like a frightened mouse. Oh, you sleepy, cowering, timorous beastie.
Make sure we get that fear. Got stunned, but I kicked the fear.
What's this? Is that golem fused with something else? Titanic earth and technology and
181k more experience. We're gonna be really, really close after this dungeon. Stone Vault is, I think, the dungeon with the most experience. It's got 4 bosses. It's got a lot of trash.
Defensive.
Emergency stop keychain.
looks like the main door is locked. Either one of these paths should lead us to an access console.
We're just gonna pull everything. Everything. I mean, not the stuff like way back in the corners, but... Oh, our Windwalker died. I'm slowed to literally 0%. There we go. Got a little bit of movement back. Back down to, look, my movement speed is 4.1% because of this slow.
Machine speakers. Fanatically loyal, no doubt.
We should wait for our monk, I guess. He's almost here. There he is.
Intruders detected. Defense protocols activated.
Interrupt 1. Defensive. Watch your step.
Now we have an arcane mage, so this boss probably won't live this long, but what we're supposed to do in this fight is go to the vent that did not get activated.
Defensive.
Ooh, Hellstones. Let's go.
Look for another main cart. If it's here,
When the boss activates the flame vents, 3 out of 4 of them get fire. You go to the one that does not, and that's where you squat to dodge the block. We'll stop and kill these here. Since I'm getting slowed beyond belief anyway. Make sure we loot.
a golem fused with scarred and corruption? Fascinating.
Defensive. Target change. Watch your step.
All right.
Look for a service tunnel nearby. You should be able to take a main cart back to central processing. There he is. Look at him. Beyond saving. It seems like poetic justice, but let's finish this.
Yeah, we're gonna end up a little bit short, but that's okay.
Shockwave.
level shoulder upgrade. I don't think that is worth breaking 4-piece for on its own. Alright, one more. One more. If you had told me that before I went to bed on Saturday, I would have 4 level 80s leveled, I would have said you're crazy. Ugh, so slow in bear form. Oh, we missed the fear. No. It's mostly just annoying. Oop, didn't mean to hit that web. Oh, no, 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 I need to be in bear for not cat, not cat, not cat. Whoopsie. Grab all the experience we can here. I don't think we'll quite get there, but if we can get to 80 before the second boss, there's a chance we get a nice item. Nice 554 item from it.
Defensive.
Probably won't get there. Well, I don't know, 21k. If we pull everything, we go on both sides and pull everything. I will not have Incarn for this, which is a little bit scary. Here, let's stop here for this pack. I don't know, this is a lot of mobs. This might trickle us over. Probably not. It'll be several thousand, though. These casters are killing us. Yeah, let's pull this stuff on the other side and see what happens. No, we're gonna be a little bit short. That's okay. We will definitely hit it before last boss. We're like just short. 1700 XP. Actually, hold up. I forgot about this back. $248 experience short. Well played. Actually, that means the boss kill is going to ding me, which means I'll ding before I loot the boss. Wonder what happens. You know what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna loot gold and this doesn't matter at all anyway. Let's go. Oh, I got Valor Stones though. That's handy. Yeah. We're gonna get Fury of a Loon. Free Fury of a Loon. This is when you leave the dungeon like Franken. No, we're gonna get some Valor Stones at the end of this. We got a chance to get a 554 item.
Queen Neferis refused to reclaim that glory. But no
That is 4 out of 6 tanks leveled.
answering
And we got a little bit more time tonight. We'll get started on the monk here. After we finish this dungeon, of course.
the harvest will prevail.
Watch your step.
We lost our mage back there. That's unfortunate.
Watch your step.
These warlocks are doing a lot of damage, though.
Move to clear. Watch Watch your step.
Actually don't have a CC yet to get out of this thing. Okay. I better res one of the warlocks. Probably Danger Demon.
Dispel. Watch your step. Move to queue.
Oh, okay, that one disappeared anyway.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Dispel. Watch your step. Move to queue.
However, I can face tank this. Alright, we got some Valor Stones. I'll go res this guy. Man, I love the challenge mode set for Druid. The nature lightning on the shoulders. Oh, they got res by Kira. Alright. GG's. We go next. Get the monk started. 20% more experience for the monk. That is 4 level 80 tanks. I did not transmog and my druid looks ridiculous now. That's okay. It is Thorchi's turn. Alright, I picked Shadow Pan to start with. For Monk. My Monk is 80 along with the DPS. 3 others is 75 because I need to mix it up so I don't get bored. That's fair. My strategy has been like, I want to start a character and go all the way on it so that we get that extra buff. Do you only get 25% one time? It's for good. It's for good. For all subsequent characters on your account that you level will have 25% more experience after... It's like 5% per character, and it maxes out at 25%. If it was slower, then I'd probably be doing something else. I'd be finding a way to mix it up a little bit, because it definitely gets monotonous. But the fact that it's like 3 dungeons per level now, like it really feels worth. Take your time, let's go, Turks. My monk had, I think, my 3rd best gear of any of my characters. So, these first levels should be an absolute breeze. My warrior had the best gear, demon hunter was 2nd, and then I think monk was a little bit ahead of DK. Druid was behind. After a long break, though. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, we found Kalamazoo, guys. Kalamazoo blows you a kiss. Say hi to Kalamazoo's chat. Alright, here we go. Tank number 5.
Thank the Titans you are here. The Storm Perch has been breached, and the Storm Riders corrupt.
Oh, wait, hold on. Boom, touch of death. Immediately.
What is that ore? While you go to the roots, I will
Oh, I love Brewmaster so much every time I play it. It's so fun. Oh, it happened to the mage. It happened to both the mages. The bug that, the bug where they die. It's not just me. Blizzard doesn't only hate me. Are they... They're... Okay, they're here now. Okay, a nice long break. Now back to it. Okay, I have timestamps here, Terex. Your nice long break was 3 minutes and 2 seconds. I'm not judging you. I'm just agreeing with your take. That's funny. That 2 seconds is huge. Oh yeah, that's what makes it long, right? Because a 3-minute break would, like, it would be ridiculous to call that long. But 3 minutes and 2 seconds, like, come on. What took you so long? The shaman has aggro. It's unfortunate.
Crowd control.
Oh, I can't wait to... Hold on. Let's go. Drop an exploding keg on all those guys.
Crowd control.
That was big damage. And these guys are not elite, so... Oh, we left our other mage in the dust back there. Touch of death. Gotta love it. Killed that boss in 8.73 seconds. That, I don't know if that will be beating this entire expansion for me.
The lift is out. If we want to keep going, we have to.
Unless some other monk comes in and gets a faster touch of death. Touch of death is not off cooldown yet.
Defensive.
That was fast. We do a few more here. Once again, just want to give a warm welcome to everyone coming by to hang out tonight. Thank you all for making my stream a part of your War Within opening weekend journey. I should say early access weekend. Should be consistent with that.
Contemplate the mysteries of Beladar. But of late, the devotees have become secretive, hostile. The god sought to kill you. Captain Dale cries protecting something. Each of his lieutenants bolsters his tactics. Draw them away and defeat them.
I'm gonna slide right off of this. Yep. Ignore the add-on errors. They matter not.
Shame, ma'am. Your training grounds fall to the intruders.
I have an idea here that I want to try. If I can... Wait, did they... Oh, she ran around the other side. Oh well, doesn't matter. You know what? Let's go crazy here. Let's just go straight to boss. What's the worst that could happen? What could go wrong?
Ours is the true path for the Arathi.
Defensive. Watch your step. Interrupt. Defensive.
Come on. Get us out down just a little bit more.
Defensive.
Are these still strikes, lackeys? God! God!
Okay, the one thing that I don't like about Brewmaster right now is that it doesn't have a good way to do pulls from range. And that really, really bothers me. I know you have Crackling Jade Lightning, but like stopping to channel a tick of Crackling Jade Lightning when you are fighting a pack already is not okay.
Destroy these outsiders!
I miss Chi Wave a lot.
What's your step?
G burst, but like that has a cast time too, and then you have to aim it.
The Priory from a place of contemplation to an uprising. Why?
It does have a big range. You're right. It does have a big range.
She has always preached of the strength of the Emperor's will, but to turn against us is madness.
Belladar is the crucible. It burns
You're talking about like a heroic throw. I mean, just like old Chi Wave.
we are rapid.
Just an instant cast, send it out, pull the pack in.
We will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Kazalgard.
Like every other tank has something that can do that. I mean, Moonfire is a little overpowered. I'll give you that.
They defiled the sacred flame by animating the dead. They are no better than the
But yeah, like Warrior has a heroic throw. Paladin has like its entire toolkit. Demon Hunter has Throw Glaive. Death Knight has Death's Caress. Like Monk's the only one that can't just do like a really quick like, alright, I'm gonna pull this in.
Foolish outsiders. Belladar's sacred flame will simply raise him back to duty.
Get a res going out here. Yeah, it's like it's a standard part of the tank toolkit, and it's just missing on Brew. Like I said, technically you can Crackling Jade Lightning, but like, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, really? And then it knocks back when they get to you. It's actually annoying. Cake Smash does, it's like a 10-yard range, right? 15. But you have to get like relatively close, which, to be fair, Brew is uniquely good at getting close to packs. Oh, you know what? Hold on, wait. I got a big brain thing here. I got a big brain thing.
Sacred flame will cleanse your transgressions.
I bet. Okay, I wonder if you can Warlock Gateway up there.
What's your step?
Brothers and sisters, hearken to the flame.
Oh, I love that. Beautiful.
All who take comfort in the light of the sacred flame.
Let's see.
It is done. These zealots no longer steer our faith towards destruction.
Warlock Portal to up here. Like put a... Or, I know like Warlock Portal would for sure work, but if you get a gateway like from up here to down there so that everybody can get up immediately. Yeah, that felt huge. Alright, should we take the plunge? Let's take the plunge. How far can we go? Whee! Goodbye, buddy. Alright, chat. I think that's actually going to do it for me tonight for leveling. Thank you everyone who came by to hang out and chat and watch and be a part of the stream tonight. Really appreciate you all. If you want to join the Discord server, you can find links on the Twitch and YouTube pages. I do post announcements there when I'm going live and also when I have new videos coming out. And I try to be available to chat with people who want to throughout the day. You have a good night too, Robin. And I will catch you guys all in the next stream, which barring any unforeseen circumstances, should be tomorrow night. Thank you, everybody. Bye.